No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. You don't lack discipline, you just hate it. That's the real problem. Because every time you think about working hard, staying consistent, doing what you know you should, your brain resists. It procrastinates. It distracts you. It looks for anything easier. And you start thinking, why am I like this? Why can't I just be disciplined? But here's the truth most people never hear. Your brain isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. Your brain is built for survival, not success. It wants comfort. It wants safety. It wants to conserve energy. So when you try to do something hard or something uncomfortable, something uncertain, your brain sees it as a threat, and it pushes you away from it. That's why discipline feels painful. Not because it's bad, but because your brain hasn't learned to associate it with reward. So the real question isn't, how do I force myself to be disciplined? It's this. How do I trick my brain into liking it? Let's start with the first shift. Stop relying on motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes, and most of the time, it shows up after you start, not before. If you wait to feel ready, you'll wait forever. Instead, you need to understand something simple. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. You don't feel like doing it, you do it anyway, and then the feeling follows. This is something Marcus Aurelius practiced constantly. He didn't wake up every day feeling inspired. He woke up knowing he had a role to fulfill. He didn't ask, do I feel like doing this? He asked, is this what needs to be done? That's the shift. You remove emotion from the decision. And once you do that, discipline becomes easier. Now here's the second trick. Make discipline smaller. Most people fail because they aim too big. They say, I'm going to work out for an hour every day. I'm going to study for 3 hours. I'm going to completely change my life overnight. And what happens? They burn out. They quit. They fail. Because their brain sees it as overwhelming. So instead, you make it easy to start, not easy to avoid. 1 push-up, 5 minutes of work, open the book, write 1 sentence. That's it. Because starting is the hardest part. And once you start, momentum takes over. This is how you trick your brain. You lower the resistance so much that it can't say no. And over time, what felt hard becomes normal. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Your brain runs on rewards. Everything you do is driven by what you get out of it. Right now, your brain sees discipline as pain and distraction as reward. Scrolling feels good. Avoiding work feels good. Doing nothing feels easy. So your brain chooses that every time. If you want to change that, you need to flip the system. You need to reward discipline immediately. Not someday, not in the future, now. After you complete a task, acknowledge it, feel it. Let it register. I did what I said I would do. That feeling matters. Because over time, your brain starts connecting discipline with satisfaction. And once that happens, everything changes. Now, discipline isn't punishment, it's progress. Another powerful shift. Change your identity. Stop saying, I'm trying to be disciplined. Start saying, I am disciplined. It sounds simple, but it changes everything, because your brain wants consistency. If you believe you're someone who lacks discipline, you'll act like it. But if you start identifying as someone who follows through, your actions begin to align with that. This is what Friedrich Nietzsche meant when he talked about becoming who you are. You don't wait to become that person. You act like them now, even when it feels unnatural. Especially when it feels unnatural. Because that's how identity is built, through repetition. Now let's talk about something most people ignore. Environment. You don't need more willpower. You need fewer distractions. If your phone is next to you, you will check it. If your environment is chaotic, your focus will be chaotic. So make discipline easier by design. Remove what tempts you. Prepare what you need. Set yourself up to win. Because discipline isn't just mental, it's structural. Now here's the final truth. Discipline will never feel completely comfortable. And it shouldn't. Because growth requires discomfort. But here's what changes. It stops feeling like suffering and starts feeling like control. You begin to realize something powerful. You're not a victim of your impulses anymore. You choose what you do, not your mood, not your feelings, not your excuses. That's real power. And that's what Sun Tzu understood. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Your enemy isn't the task, it's your resistance to it. And once you learn to manage that, you don't need to force discipline, you become it. So here's what you do next. Start small, remove friction, reward action, change your identity. And most importantly, stop waiting to feel ready, because you won't. Discipline isn't something you find. It's something you build, one action at a time. And the moment your brain realizes that discipline leads to control, to progress, to power, it stops resisting and starts wanting it. That's when everything changes. So ask yourself, what's one thing you can do today without overthinking, without waiting, without negotiating? Do it, and then do it again tomorrow, because the life you want is hidden inside the things you avoid. And once you train your brain to move toward them instead of away from them, you don't just become disciplined, you become unstoppable.